Welcome back to Popes and Pylons. Let's play some more Europa Universalis 4. We're playing as Genoa, as it says on your screen. Pretty large letters on a place that doesn't look very Genoan, does it? The aim of our whole campaign is to take all of India, which, as you can see, we're quite decent at doing, to get the Mass of India achievement. But with a few twists. We had to play as Genoa. We have to keep Genoa the most powerful trade node in the world. Well, ever since it hit 1500, or the year hit 1500, and we got to stay out of everything overseas that includes colonization. So all these folks over here in Valencia and stuff, not Valencia, but in Sevilla and the English Channel, they just get to keep their money. Because we're honest around here, we're not taking from them. Also, we're not mean colonizers who just take stuff from people that they should rightfully own. No, we do fair trade from India to Genoa, right? That's our trade route here. Right. It's the yellow stuff. It's not like conquered land or anything. It's just trade route. Ish. Ignore this yellow. That's just evil yellow. Also this yellow down here. Yikes. We're about to mop up the Manipurans, and I think we can just peace out. I could have already done that last episode. We don't need like a huge peace deal. All we need is this to fill out the Indian subcontinent on this border. Yes, I am true, so there's no need to take anything else. We can't quite do it though, right, because we're still coring, so maybe I should have waited a bit longer. I mean, they do have ivory and kale. You know what they say about ivory. What's about kale? Gotta eat those greens. Kinda tempted to take kale. Would be tempted to release kale, but there's no Kalian core here anymore. So, no. That's a shame. I mean, it has no effect, obviously, on our campaign in any way, shape, or form. But just for old time's sake, I would have liked to see kale do well. And, it's not doing well, that is. I'm not a big fan of this coalition because I want to attack the Vijayans, and I don't like the idea of attacking that coalition. I do hope they decide differently once we're done with this war. Not that we're fighting like large numbers, so this shouldn't really do much about the coalition decision. But it might do something. That's hoping. It's always hoping, right? What do I do to Tsang? Do I do anything to Tsang? I like that Tsang exists. Suppose? I mean, it's in the Lhasa node. The Lhasa node technically steers to me, of course. I mean, 2 of 3 directions are towards me. I might ask these folks to steer trade. I'm not gonna ask for their trade power, because I don't plan on steering in there. But I will ask them to steer that trade to me. And you just give me a long peace deal. How are we doing prestige? We actually have some prestige gaps. Shift right mouse button, yeah. So if you had, you have no, there's treaties, but no rivals. I'm just gonna clear one of these for the extra point of prestige. It's just 1 point. It's very sad. Mostly I just want to reduce the number of folks that can be in a coalition. Not that Tsang would make a difference one way or the other. It's not like we're scraping the 4 border anymore. But hey, neither for themselves, get out, done. Imperialist. Oh, we're not imperialist. We're a republic. Imperialist. I could use more cannons on here. I mean, if I was smart, which clearly I'm not, I would not be sieging this at all. But, you know, I'm not. The reason I wouldn't be is because we're getting all these cores in, and I can just now peace out. And I should just now peace out. Question is, I think we can peace out more Shipa separately. And have them, I think they can transfer trade power because they're in the Bengal node where we are working. So transfer war reps. Prestige? Yes. Yes. Clicking the right button there. Don't think I care about anybody else. Cash money. It'll be fun. Waiting for themselves. Out of here. Done. You're an army. You would be an army if you were with, say, these folks. And then you should get used to using the supply map mode more often. Not good at using it. Get you John up there. Alright, I don't want to convert anything, do I? No, well, that's a definite maybe. Narbada, Mahadeo. No, these are new things, right? No, these must be the new ones in here. You have to be a bit careful, though. No, I think this all wants to be trade company land over in Deccan, right? I don't think I have... Mandla? Do I have a half-corn mandla? How do I know? How do I know? Looks like I probably do. Is there any way I can see this? Consider this. Yeah, we have a full core here, right? As opposed to Narbada. No. Give me a normal trade company place. No, we still oh, this is territorial core, yes. But this would also be a territorial core because it's not in a state. How do I see... it doesn't make any sense what I'm saying here. So the question is, some of these places are land that I've taken from my subjects, annexed, and we have actual full cores on there as soon as we state the stuff. Other places are not. Ideally, I want the places that have full cores on them to potentially not be in trade companies, but to actually be states, while the rest wants to be in trade companies. I suppose I could go here, go to province history, and see. Okay, we took Mandla directly from Bahmanis, so we don't have a core on this yet. And these places here must be the same, right? Narbada and Mahadeo. I think they're part of my cut off this area plan. Yes. Okay. So these can be part of the trade company. I'm gonna do it manually because otherwise I might mess up. I might still mess up. You know me. But now, I hope the rest of these are in the south. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot. Gee. I know in the south we can just click the buttons. So Coromandel we can just add to the trade company. We didn't integrate anybody there. Here the only things that I would be any options would be Eugene or Bilza. These could have been part of one of my subjects, but then have been, or at least they're already in trade company. So I can add all of Deccan to the trade company as well. That should greatly reduce the number of provinces which I convert in. It's only Somalpur and Surgujila. Now, I'm relatively sure Somalpur was not part of my subject. They were not. And Surguja also wasn't. Cool. So I can just add these as well. If there is a easier, faster way to see this, then do please let me know in the comments. I might even know it, I'm just blanking on it right now. Or I might not know it. It's always a possibility, of course. Take your stuff, yes. Prestige if I can, yes. Not that we lack tons anymore, but still. And then you might as well transfer me that trade power and pay me those war reps for a long, long peace deal. Are we good? I think we're good. I need to wait a day. There we go. And that is call all. And then we want to add y'all to the Burma Trade Company. There. Okie dokie. That means now the question is, how do we get this coalition to stop so I can punch the VJs, because I don't want to fight this. No, wait, that's not the list. I don't want to fight this. I can avoid it. I mean, most of these are jokes, but the Mamluks are annoying, Malacca will be annoying, and in general I don't want to fight a huge coalition if I can, you know, not. I can re-ally the Spaniards according to plan, and I think I will. They should not call me into this war, because war score is bigger than 25. Are they losing that war? Do you see that correctly? And Spanish-Brunei imperialist war is not going so well, is it? Freaking imperialists. Yeah. Spaniards have not managed to land anything here. And the locals have taken all. I wonder if the Hormusian fleet is really... No, it doesn't look like the Hormusian fleet is part of that. Maybe they just haven't brought a fleet down there yet and things are going to swing. It's possible. Okay, so the reason I just allied those Spaniards is that I want to look stronger for people to reconsider their coalition ideas. I would be into allying somebody else. The Pope is kind of not top of my list there, though. Can I have like somebody nice? And those great powers mostly don't like me. The Spaniards did okay. What about Portugal? Surely you like the Spaniards. You do. And you don't like me much, but that's something we can change. Send them a friendly voice. Truce to Bengal? Well, now. We call this, gotta go to war before their coalition. It's not a very, 14 days, don't coalition. We're not gonna have a monthly tick, so hopefully. Okay. Whew. Anam Bahmanis. Didn't I break this alliance? I feel like I broke this alliance a million times. Maybe I never did. I think I just always separate peace people out. Maybe it's good. Siak is slightly annoying. But fine, I'm not going to co-belligerent them, so the thing is not going to pop. Yeah, this will be fine. Just gotta make sure that this stuff is not taken. Yep, take Chittagong. Which is already part of some heavy fighting. Rip Spain. Yes, must be, right? Now, is a slight chance that Bengal has cores on the stuff of Manipur. I don't think they do. And they don't. Just didn't want my coring to stop there. I don't think we have to worry about the timing of those cores. This war will take a little longer, so... Take capital Chittagong. Also take attrition, apparently. Merge, grab a leader. Just some leader. It doesn't have to be one of my great ones. You. Get in there. Next. Take Chittagong. Check. Next. Get Morang. Check. Next. Really want to piece out the Bahmanis ASAP. So do this. Do that. I suppose do this. Or something. And get to work. You're not actually gonna catch it. Gonna catching. Going to catch these. It's impressive how you can really know how to pronounce something. I mean, I know what I would say and do so in normal conversation usually, and then you just keep on talking here like this, it just comes out wrong. Gonna catching, yes. Not at all what anybody should have meant to say there. These folks are the siege specialist, and you don't need to be... Yeah, you're taking Mohang. No, let's put you on the 47 person, I think. for now. So we get River Kanta down pat. We might also want to get these cannons onto River Kanta. Shift C. Which still seems to behave differently from just C, the C that it used to be. Which is weird. Crunch. That's the Bahmanese army. I would not mind. Oh, you're just not doing anything, eh? Let's get you over here. Get in here. Da-da. Da-da. Nothing or nothing. Let's take nothing. Didn't catch you again. I know you're getting away. No, you're not. Not this time. Can't keep getting away with it. Let's take Naga then. And waltz on straight to Pegu. And this is their capital. I might already be able to piece out the Bahmanese as soon as I take their capital. Which is what I would want. We want the shortest possible peace deal to the Bahmanese. I also want to kill these folks though. It's almost a necessity. You grabbed yourselves a transport that really doesn't need to be trading. And you were blockading, but you don't need to blockade here anymore, but you can blockade Pegu. Bohemian separatists. I assume you're just passing through, right? I don't know how good separatists are at crossing forts that are not part of their thing. So do they get stuck on my fort here? No, they don't. Good. Good, good. Oh, I'm capped. How long have I been capped on dip? Feels like a long time. No need to... Nah. Let's just put some development into some places, because it's great. Carniola sounds Italian. It's not, though. Well, it's iffy. Belgrado. How good... I've checked this before, but how good is my Balkan trade company set up? Quite well. So I can go to Belgrado and develop a bit. That's Branicevo though, that's not Belgrado, that's Belgrado. And give them some of that good old dip. And some mill for good measure. And I would be able to level up the center of trade if I wasn't at war. The chance that I remember when at peace is round about 0. Okay, this, I do like the idea of catching these, and I will catch some of them. Catching some is actually the best possible result. I almost certainly already have an option for peace here. But I don't think I necessarily want it. Well, what is my point in continuing? There's no point, right? I mean, hurting them, sure. But really, what we're looking for is the quickest possible white peace. And we're gonna get that like this. Deliver themselves, get out of my war. Please and thank you. There. What kind of army are you? There for now. Didn't I send you to Naga? I didn't. I should try to get somebody with a bit of siege oomph onto this fort. So let's get you out. Get you one of my great siege. Did we lose a guy? Must have missed a pop-up. Oh, we lost a good siege person. Oh, that's a shame. You're a terrible person. That's a terrible thing to say about a person. You're a fine person, I suppose. 7 combat pips. I'm gonna keep both of these around for now, because I want the siege pip. And West Birmingham Mill anyway. It's not like that's an issue. Down goes Morang. Without even getting the siege pip person in there. Kind of funny. Let's do some poor man's carpet siege. Still better than this stupid new carpet sieging feature in the expansion. Oh, Bohemia's dead. That's why we have these Bohemian scepters walking around. Rip. That Commonwealth is quite chunky. Quite the chunky lad. Now you, please deal with this and then that. But also leave me like 2 guys. Say 3 guys. Go detach. Split like that. And carpet siege all of this. Without any of the useless newfangled buttons that you kids are all raving about. Oh, there's like, right, Annam and Shipa and Siak. I feel like Siak will just roll over to my boat saying hi. But the Shipa need a bit of convincing. Let's bring a guy with a siege pip and a bunch of cannons. Sounds good to me. Oh, you actually did take this before I murdered you. Let's take it back. Are you mergeable? You are. Are you set? Close. I'm constantly impressed by my own ability to screw up my stacks. It's not like their setup is super complicated or anything, and yet after every war they're just all jumbled up. Down goes Pegu. Allows me to crush your army here. I'm gonna bring my folks over here to hopefully blockade the Siakan folks out of the war. Some Bengali noble rebels, I don't care for them. I'm just gonna take the land. Shock damage received minus 10%. It's a strong trade. Doesn't really matter much for us, but it's a strong trade. The only reason it doesn't matter is that we're very, very powerful and we can throw money at essentially every problem that comes our way. I wonder if there are problems that could come our way here that we can't deal with by just throwing money at them. Make so much money. I didn't care about Parma, did I? I don't think I did. In comes my European expansion greed again. Few indeed. 20 prestige. Well, don't we have anything to spend it on? Not like I have an heir to get rid of or subjects to placate. Burma's far away. Oh, Mashrik is very, very close. As is the Punjab. Transfer, not so much. Just gonna generate a bunch more merchants here by spending some inflation, which we don't really mind. It should generate. Oh, we already lost a merchant again. I assumed that would help. Does this not actually influence this? All trade comes provinces by 50%. And this is province trade power. So one would assume, okay, we got the... Did I improve the wrong one here? No, this one was it? Oh no, this has been improved for a while. We maybe don't need this anymore, right? With 70%, probably don't need to promote investments there. But I would have assumed this to do a lot more than it's doing. Maybe our trade power modifiers are so huge that a tiny bit like that doesn't really do anything. Can I spam some more marketplaces? And by marketplace, I mean the good ones. Yeah, it says yes. And I know a lot of these are not lucrative. That's fine. More money. We're never going to make this money back before the end of the campaign. And that's also fun. So we really don't need to. Truce to Lana is over, which shouldn't matter. I mean, they might join that coalition, I suppose. Which I don't want them to do. Oh, Siak. No, you're a Nam. Siak should be willing to leave now. At least that was the plan. No. Okay. Fully blockading their butt and they're not into it. Annam should be very willing to leave as soon as we siege down their capital. The siege power are willing to leave already. I think I'm happy just piecing them out. We do have a bit of time before we can take a lot of land from the Bengalese, but then again, I think we can take all the land without too much overextension anyway, right? Other than we need in the Indian subcontinent. All of this and you. And that's India. It's only 60% overextension. And we're sitting at 17, so we could just do this right now. It seems like a good idea. I mean, sure, I'm leaving them the trade centers of trade in Chittagong. Oh, that's a tempting one, though. Especially with our attempt to seize control of the Bahmani majority. Bahmani? Bengalese. Right, it's one of the ones we promoted. Burma? No, not at all. Burma's far away. Is it? We have 51%, but most of that apparently does not come from provinces. Also, this is not in that node. This is all in the Bengal Delta node, which is money, but it's just money. It's not... I mean, look at this. Essentially, all the money is going to us. 1.7 ducats are not going to a node which we care about. Or should I be going Coromandel? Or should I be going Doab? I don't know. Maybe Doab is better. I don't think we need to take more land here. I think this is a fine peace deal. A coalition may form against me? What? And they like the peace deal so much that they would give me a bit more. But they wouldn't give me transfer trade. But I might be able to end their alliance to the Bahmani, so I don't have to bother with you anymore. That sounds great. And then some ducats, but not this many ducats, because this is... It can't be this difficult to make this actually work. I know it's dynamic as soon as the demands exceed war score comes in, but still. Surely that math can be done. It's just a formula. Anyway. This is fine, this is fine. Done. Give me all the cores. Give me all the trade company adding in the Burma node. Not in Bengal Delta though. In Bengal Delta we gotta be a bit more careful. Only add the provinces which we're currently coring. Which I could look up here, I suppose. If I clicked on me, yeah. Unfortunately, this doesn't show the trade node. But I guess that doesn't matter, right? All the things we're currently coring can be in the trade company. And Bisa suggested like a million episodes ago that I might want to do trade company decisions on a trade note by trade note basis. And that would have certainly reduced some of this tedium that I'm having right now. But it would have been, I suppose, a little wasteful with the subject stuff that we did. So I don't know. You two kind of belong together, don't you? And there's 61 here, so let's get you to Terhat. Hot, hot, hot. I think I have a bunch of boats here. Can go back to their base in Sri Lanka, this place. Now, folks, if you could just leave those coalitions, please. I think we had 2 years. There's a 2-year sort of sticky timer to coalitions, though, if you join. And sticky time is obviously not the right term for this, but I think you can see what I mean. People will stay in the coalition for 2 years, essentially no matter what. Well, unless you force them out of it. But they won't leave a coalition on their own unless 2 years have passed. Someplace wants my Bosnia. Here you go. Some debt. And then we're going to re-elect. And then we're not going to take tech. And then we're going to put a cut in here. Thank you folks so much for watching. If you like what you're seeing, as always, please do hit that like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and anything you would like to say, you can say to me down there in that comment section. Especially if you have ideas on what to do after this. New EU4 campaigns, other games, all welcome suggestions right now. Thank you for watching and see you next time.